Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at the career of a surgeon, someone who's really made a name for herself.
That's right. We're talking about Dr. Shraddha Deshpande. And, you don't have to be a doctor yourself to appreciate how impressive her story is.
Definitely not. It's pretty inspiring stuff. So to kick things off, why don't we start with the basics, like her education and training.
Sounds good. So, Dr. Deshpande, she began her journey, like many doctors do, by earning her MBBS degree.
And that's basically the equivalent of an MD here in the US, right?
Exactly. It's that solid foundation in medicine that every doctor needs.
Makes sense. But of course she didn't stop there. She
Yeah.
went on to specialize.
Oh, absolutely. And not just in one, but two incredibly demanding fields. First, she became a general surgeon, earning her MS, and then she went on to specialize in plastic surgery, which is where she got her DNB. And let me tell you, that DNB, that's no easy feat.
I can imagine what all goes into earning that.
Well, you're looking at often a grueling 3 years of additional training, really diving deep into things like reconstructive surgery, microsurgery, craniofacial surgery. The list goes on. It really shows a serious commitment to mastering the craft.
Wow, 3 years. Most people would be pretty happy to call it a day after all that. But not Dr. Deshpande. She actually went on to do two international fellowships, one in Spain and one in New Zealand.
Now, these fellowships are not just about checking off boxes on a resume. These are very deliberate choices that tell us something about her ambitions as a surgeon.
Oh, I see what you mean. So, like, what was it about Spain that drew her in?
Well, Spain, and especially a place like Barcelona, is known around the world for its expertise in aesthetic surgery. So, if you want to be the best of the best in those really delicate, artistry-driven procedures, that's where you go.
That makes sense. But what about New Zealand? Was it just the scenery?
Huh. Well, the scenery is definitely a bonus, but New Zealand also has a stellar reputation when it comes to surgical expertise. I'm thinking about places like the Wellington Regional Plastic Surgery Center. Spending time in an environment like that, it likely exposed her to an entirely new level of complexity reconstructive procedures for things like skin cancer, hand trauma, even delving into the intricacies of microsurgery. It really broadens a surgeon's horizons.
So she wasn't just satisfied with being really good at one specific thing. She wanted to be able to handle anything.
Exactly. It speaks volumes about her dedication and honestly her courage as a surgeon. Because when you think about the word plastic surgery, people often have a very specific image in mind, right?
Yeah, it can be easy to just think of, I don't know, maybe more cosmetic procedures.
Yeah.
But Dr. Deshpande's work clearly goes way beyond that. So what kind of cases are we actually talking about here?
Well, her expertise, it really covers a remarkably diverse spectrum. So, yeah, you've got the aesthetic side of things, which includes both surgical and non-surgical procedures. And within that, she seems to be particularly well known for her work with breast procedures. But then there's this whole other world of reconstructive surgery where things get really, really impressive.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued. What makes reconstructive surgery so remarkable?
Well, think about it this way. Imagine taking on cases where someone has gone through cancer treatment, for example. We're not just talking about rebuilding a body here. We're talking about helping someone reclaim their sense of self, their confidence. And it's not just limited to cancer. Trauma cases, burns, facial fractures. Dr. Deshpande even works on children who need specialized plastic surgery procedures.
Wow, that's incredibly powerful. She's not just a surgeon, she's an artist and a healer all rolled into one. So where is it that she puts all of this incredible expertise to work?
These days, she works as a consultant plastic surgeon at the very well-respected Wockhardth Hospital in Parel, South Mumbai.
Consult, that's a pretty impressive title in itself. It's not like every surgeon gets to that level.
You're absolutely right. To reach the level of consultant at this point in her career means that she's not only performing surgeries, but she's likely advising other surgeons on their most challenging cases. That's a true mark of expertise.
So there you have it. From her early days as a med student all the way to becoming one of the leading plastic surgeons in Mumbai, Dr. Deshpande's story really is incredible. It makes you wonder, what kinds of challenges has she faced along the way? And what's it like to work in such a demanding yet incredibly impactful